Namaste everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I'm Mitangi and I talk about healing, transformation and spirituality. So today I'm going to talk about perception. Life is all about unexpected changes, and to adjust to the new changes in life, we have to change our perception. So today we are going to understand about perception. So let's get started. If I talk about my own experience, how my perception started changing. So things started changing after my spiritual awakening. In the beginning, I was not feeling very comfortable with those changes because in spiritual journey we have to go through lot of transformations, especially internally and spiritually. So here's the thing, whenever you're trying to change something, whether you are trying to change your life or where you are trying to change yourself, first you have to change your thinking. Everything starts from here. We need changes in our mindset, the way we think, the way we perceive things, our beliefs. So when I was trying to make changes in my life, make changes within myself, I realized that at some point I realized that there are certain things that I really want to do. I really want to do, but I'm not able to. Like something is stopping me. Fear is a different thing. I'm not talking about fear. My perception was stopping me. I I didn't want to take any action because my perception was different. It took me so long. It took me so long to change my perception, my thinking, my beliefs. I knew that whatever I want to do in my life or whatever I want to do in my spiritual journey, I know that I know that I can do it. But apart from fear, yes, I had some fears. But apart from fears, the main thing that was stopping me was my perception. And when my perception started changing, actually, when I realized that this perception that I have about certain things is not helping me anymore, like it's not giving me any positive outcome, it's not giving me anything anything positive. And I realized that because of this perception, I'm facing problems in one particular area of my life. Or so the first time I decided that, okay, let me just think differently, let me just change my thinking. Yes, angels, universe, they were so helpful and they were helping me. But there's a thing about change that only you can change yourself. Change comes from within, like nobody can force you to change, right? Yes, spiritual awakening can trigger you to change yourself, to change your life. So I realized that, I thought that, okay, let me just change my thinking. To be very honest, I just forced myself because my perception was not changing and it was not helping me. it's not easy to change your perception, to change your beliefs, because you know the way we grew up, our surroundings, the people that we have around us, it affects how you think about something, and what are your belief systems. So, and the most beautiful thing about spiritual awakening that I realized that it gives you a freedom. It gives you freedom, like, okay, I think this way. I don't care what other people are thinking. Okay, these are my belief systems. I don't care what other people, so it gives you a sense of freedom. So, first time I force myself, push myself to think differently, to think positively. Let me put this way, I forced myself, I pushed myself to think positively, because that negative thinking, negative perception was not helping me at all. I was like, okay, I forced myself to think positively. And I see a positive change. I see, I realize that it's actually good to have a positive mindset. You have to think positively. You have to push yourself. You have to force yourself to think positively. Because the first time when I changed my perception about something, I realized my mistake, that all my life, like, my perception was wrong. And because of my perception, I was attracting negative things in my life. I realized my mistake, and then slowly, like, I was changing my perception about so many things. Perception is something that we can't force, but we can attain it through learning and deeper understanding. As I've said, when my perception started changing, the moment when I realized that, you know I'm not getting any positive result, this thinking, this mindset is not helping me, this perception is not helping me anymore. So we can attain perception through deeper understanding and learning. When we understand something, when we learn something, I was always asking universe that, like, God, like, you know when it comes to love, like, I had to go through a lot of lessons, like, the my perception about love, and perception about a partner, how a partner should be, it was not it was not true. It was not true. And uh, and when I learned my lessons, I realized my mistakes, that, okay, maybe bad things may happen in my life, but my thinking was also the problem, the mindset, my perception. So apart from love, there are so many things. And so when I realized that, you know this realization doesn't come naturally, like, it's not possible that you will change your perception in a one day. No, no. It is possible, but it will take some time, because understanding, learning, these things takes time. And the problem is that we don't want to invest our time in this kind of things, like, soul searching, like self talk. So changing of perception, like, in order to change your perception, You may have heard this a lot, that change your mindset, change your perception. Yes, it is true. But it's not possible without understanding and learning. If somebody tells you to change, you will not change yourself. It's very obvious. Changes comes from inside, where it's about our will. It's about our willingness, that are we willing to make a change in our lives, within ourselves? Are we like, do we really want a change? It comes from inside. We can't force change. We can't force perception. We can't. It comes from inside. And this is something people don't realize. I think what really helped me to change my perception is my learning tendency. I have this tendency to learn, to understand everything. Like, whenever I feel that something is wrong, whenever I'm having a negative thoughts, whenever I'm feeling down, whenever I feel that, okay, I'm thinking negatively, I quickly realize that, okay, that I right now I'm thinking negatively. I should stop. I have to stop myself. So I just stop, and I try to understand. I try to learn, like, why I'm feeling this way, why I'm thinking this way, why I'm acting this way, why I'm thinking this way, why I'm feeling this way. So I talk to myself. I try to understand. I try to learn. Learning and understanding is very important. Very, very important when it comes to perception. Deep understanding and learning is possible. Even if you are not a spiritual person, it does not matter. Spend some time in solitude. So, solitude does not mean that you stay alone. No. Solitude means you are spending time with yourself. Yourself means your higher self. You are sitting with your higher self and talking, learning, and understanding. When you connect with your higher self, you can connect with the consciousness of the universe. Universe is the place from we receive wisdom. We receive wisdom through universe consciousness when we are connected to universe. Even if you are not a spiritual person, spend some time in solitude. When you connect with your higher self, you can understand everything. The deep understanding of something comes from your higher self. Because our higher self is always connected with God, with universe. If we connect ourselves to a higher self, we can connect to universe. And through that consciousness, we can understand and we can learn. And all these things will happen when you are in spiritual journey. So how can we know that we need to change our perception? Like, in life, every person has to change their perception at some point in their life, right? So how can we identify that? Like, how can we know that we need to change our perception? So here are some signs. Sign number 1. Whenever you are trying to achieve a goal, or you just have started something new, and you're working on a project, or you have some kind of goal, you have to change your perception, because lot of difficulties, obstacles will come your way, definitely come your way. And to deal with all that difficulties and changes, you have to change your perception every day. Every day you will find a new problem. Every day you will experience, like especially in the beginning, when you're working on a new project or a goal, you will face a lot of difficulties. We have to balance ourselves, balance our mind and our emotions. So then you will definitely need a change in perception. If you think that, okay, for example, if you think that I'm facing all these difficulties and struggles and nothing is changing, if you act like a victim, it will not help you. You have to stay strong. So you have to change your perception whenever you are working on a new project or a goal. Any goal. It's not only about uh, career or finance success. No, it can be anything, any personal goal, anything. Second sign, when we want something and when we want something and we are not able to get that thing, like we are not able to, let me put this way, you are not able to attract that thing in your life. I was always complaining God and asking universe, and like, why are you showing me all these horrible lessons in love, and why I'm not attracting? And the universe, God told me that your perception about love, about a partner, is what is stopping you from attracting what you want. Then I realized, oh, okay, actually, I have this wrong perception. And so, so when we want something, like when we want to attract something in our lives, anything, love or anything, ask yourself, like, is this perception is helping me to attract what I really want? Ask yourself. It is a different type of science, so take what resonates with you. Okay, sign number 3. Without perception, you cannot change, you cannot transform. You can, without perception, without changing of perception, you cannot change yourself, you cannot transform yourself, transform your life. If we want to change something, if we want to change ourselves, if we want to change our lives, then we have to change our perception first. Right? So whenever you are trying to change something, you have to change your perception, because a change of perception is also a change itself. So these were the 3 signs when you are trying to achieve something, a goal or dream, you are working on a new project, when you want to attract something in your life, love, money, abundance, anything, when you are trying to change something like huge transformation, then you will need a change of perception. So I hope this video will help you to change your perception about something that is not giving you any positive outcome in your life. That's all I have for today's video. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.